As an almost non-profit Broken Arrow content creator, I think it's safe to say that it's totally acceptable for me to watch the DLC news at 1 AM only to play ranked with Ben until 4.
Why am
Is he
I
throwing? Are you throwing?
Oh no.
And only until now after I woke up am I actually making this video. Good day guys, my name's Corn and welcome to another video of me yapping about Broken Arrow news. Today we're going to be going through something special. It's the new Broken Arrow DLC, which is actually free, also my favorite word, and it's going to be featuring the Baltic Battalion, and approximately going to be released in Q1 of 2026, which is about 3 months later, or so, more or less. And in this video, in the contrast of me just watching and giving you a live reaction video of whatever the devs posted on YouTube, like other content creators, I'm going to be giving you an in-depth analysis of all the units, what you should expect, whether this specialization is going to be a rip-off of SF or Armored, and if you should be happy that the devs are actually lazy by just grabbing units from the campaign and just shoving into the first free DLC. Anyways, guys, buckle up and we're going in. To start with, I think we should go through all the equipment that's from Europe, that's in the Baltic Battalion specialization. First of them all, there's only 3 of them in the game currently, but we'll be going through them one by one. So they have the Scimitar, which is from, apparently Latvia bought it from the UK. It is a recon vehicle. It has no ATGMs apparently. And the one actually with ATGMs is going to be the ones that Lithuania has, or Lithuania bought. It's going to be the Vilka or the CV90, but we'll go through that later. So the Vilka is basically, you could think of it as a striker RV at this point. Obviously it is an IFV, but it does have the Bushmaster 2 and the Spike LR, which is basically, if you look at the stats, it is comparable or like the same to a Javelin. And what's special about this Spike LR, like this launcher on these things, is that they're just like tow missiles. They have 2 missiles per magazine. So as you can see here, we're gonna just shoot the Armada, the Spike, shoot one, and once it connects, it launches the next Spike immediately, where the Striker RV itself, or like other Javelin missiles, IVs with Javelins, they have to reload before shooting again. So the Vilka is basically a combination of, like, let's say the Striker RV, cut the vision, cut the optics, and the RU Boomerang, I believe, because it also only gets a couple shots, but it does have a larger magazine. So it's actually quite an interesting vehicle, and we can also expect this on the CV90, which, the CV90-35, which instead of a Bushmaster 2, it now has a Bushmaster 3, and it has a bit more, it has the same amount of pen, but a bit more damage, basically, as you can see. I'm probably gonna have to add this screenshot later. They seem to have spikes, but from what I know, Lithuania actually plans on buying them, so this is just a what if. So the CV90 is a what if, so we don't really know if they do have spikes in the game. They probably will, because they are an IFV after all. And of all the 3 IFVs that we just mentioned, they are going to, I think the Vilka, or the Boxer, and the CV90 is going to have APS, which is actually going to be huge for the Baltic Battalion. Next on the list is going to be the Leopard 2A8. Unfortunately, as of now, we only have the 2A7 in the game, but it's still good enough for us for some references. Actually, why does it say it's 3 MG3s when it only has 2? What is going on? So anyways, if you look at this thing, we'll just look at the gun, shall we? So it has obviously the numbers of this thing could change, but as you can see here, the pen of the APF SDS is actually a bit more than the SEP itself. It's like comparable to the SEP V2. It also has an HE shell on top of the heat round, which is right here. This heat round is the same as the SEPs before the buffs, and it also has an HE round. So from what I know, the Leopard 2A8s do in fact actually have APS. Also, Lithuania bought this. Again, it's you. It's you again. Sorry for my poor grammar. and it is going to be a very good addition to the at least the Baltic Battalion. So honestly, when they say that this specialization is going to be infantry focused, all I'm thinking about is holy fuck, their IMVs and tanks are going to be cracked as shit. Sorry for cursing. So yeah, that's going to be the IMVs and the MBTs that the Baltic Battalion is going to have. Next on, we're going to be talking about the Panzerhaubitze 2000. So this thing it actually reloads really fast, so we can compare it to the Iron Thunder, which is something that the US has. The main difference here is that the Panzerhaubitze 2000 only has it does not really have laser guided ammunition, which is a bit of a shame, but considering that it's niche, or like in real life it does shoot really fast, it shoots multiple rounds, or at least its rate of fire is much better than other artillery pieces as of now. But as a setback, you know, like it can't be like perfect everywhere, right? Unless you want a 300-point artillery piece. So here's the thing: it does not have laser guided ammunition as of now. We don't know if it does get any, or maybe because it's the Baltic Battalion, does it get laser guided ammunition? Only until EU we get it. I'm not sure. But the dispersion is obviously different compared to laser guided munitions. But still, we're just gonna be Wait, can you shoot as well? Okay. Alright, let's let him rip. So I think the Panzerhaubitze 2000 is going to be an artillery piece that you kind of need it to just to use volume of fire to just deal with most of your problems. As you can see, holy, it's just oh, it's firing so fast. So yeah. So that's going to be the Panzerhaubitze 2000. The next, actually, there are a couple more vehicles and stuff that aren't in the game yet, or at least, you know, it's not in the game. So we have the NASAM. I don't really know how to pronounce it. NASAM. It's basically, I feel like it's a slam ram, that kind of stuff. But I'm not sure if it's more focused on shooting planes like the Patriots, or if it's more like the SHORAD kind. All three of the Baltic Battalion nations have actually ordered them, but only Lithuania has 2. Now we'll have to see if this is more of a SHORAD thing or a plane thing. I could expect this thing to be like Book 3, because the US actually does not have a Book 3 kind of like it doesn't have much range, but it has it's cheap, that kind of SAM site. Well, I say that, but the slam ram used to be that, so I'm not sure if this is gonna work out for the Baltic battalions. There's also gonna be some like what is it called, logistic trucks. The L-39, which is a subsonic jet. And as you might know, subsonic jets in the game are a bit like a meme. And also the Land Rover Defender, which is probably going to be the infantry transports of some of these units that do not belong to Latvia or something. So last but not least, in this of all these units, we're going to be talking about them, probably what everyone's here for, or something else. But to be honest, I'm here for the Leopard, man, and also the IVs. That's why I talked about them first. But these guys, the infantry, they do kind of all of them have 6 armor as of now. I'm not sure if they're gonna turn it to upgrade it to 8 or something. The price, the numbers are also way off. Like as you can see here, the MOS. This is the RAWs stats instead of the MOS. But something for sure is that all of these units kind of resemble those from the mechanized specialization from RU. So they have a lot of rifles and MGs that have 600 meters of range, like MG3. As you can see, there's also a spike here. Like these guys also, okay, not these guys, but these guys also have an MG3. Oh yeah, as you can see, FNs, MG3s, they're actually really, you can see them quite a lot on these, on a lot of these infantry, which is actually quite a nice thing. So it seems like these infantry are going to, or at least most of them are going to suck in CQC, but they have a bit more range. Like they at least have a machine gun to suppress other infantry at ranges longer than that of their normal engaging range. I think there's also a special. I think it's this one. Yeah, not this one.
Infantry ready for combat.
Yeah, okay. So this squad is actually quite interesting. It has the G3, which their assault rifles have 50 meters more range than other like normal rifles, but the damage drop kind of makes it a bit screwed. So it's like a mini spear, I guess. And last of all, I think the only interesting thing about this is, or at least the only thing that I see that could be new, is the Spike LR. This is going to be an ATGM team that, oh, okay, it shoots 1500 meters. So it's like a javelin team from SF. I thought it was 800, man. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's here. This is the Spike SR. So this is LR. This is SR. Yeah, this is what I was mentioning. So this one is a bit different. It I think it takes the same amount of time to. Oh no, the Spike LR reloads faster. But this thing is fire and forget. So if you shoot it, and I'm pretty sure this thing. I'm not sure if it goes through smoke though, because it is fire and forget. We have not seen these kind of ATGMs in the game yet, and this thing is actually not top attack. So let me just turn this off. Turn this off. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off and turn that off. Okay. So yeah, this thing is fire and forget, but it is it's actually quite slow. So actually, let's see how that works if I just. Okay, so it still hits him, but for some reason I'm shooting inside the smoke.
Stack up. Prepare for entry. Awaiting instructions.
Huh, quite interesting. So this thing is quite slow, but is fire and forget at 800 meters. I don't know. This thing is gonna be really weird. It's like a javelin, but it isn't top attack. So yeah, an interesting infantry squad. Sorry guys, it is actually my mistake for actually missing out on a couple more units. Obviously there are way more infantry units out there that I've also missed as well, but apparently I'll just talk about the notably the other ones that might be quite interesting that we can take a look at first. So there's also the G-Wagen that I don't really know where it's from. It runs as fast as the Arsov. It gets multiple different configurations, but you can only take one for each truck. They also have like these this is basically like the TOW2B, I believe. This is the TOW2B after the MGGL TOW2B. And the map pad, it's more like a, I think, wait. Huh. What's the difference between these two then? We don't really know. Because it looks like the same thing. Unless, yeah, I'm not really sure what the difference is. Dang it, okay, I have no clue about military equipment. But something that's quite nice is that this thing has something like a stinger on the small truck, which is basically going to make it the fastest vehicle with SHORAD in the game, which is actually quite nice. The only downside to it is that it only gets 2 per magazine, so you probably have to double stack them on top of each other. And if you double stack them on each other, then it kind of just turns them into oh, but it does make low altitude optics really good. Like here it's usually just normal, but here it basically doubles. So I think this one is definitely going to be a really nice recon car. I'm pretty sure these are all going to be in recon tabs. In the meantime, we also have the Scimitar. This thing looks like it is comparable to the Bushmaster 1. Let me see if I have a Bushmaster 1 here. I do not have a Bushmaster 1, but remember these numbers. 1.53, 50, 100. I think this is the Bushmaster 1 pen values. As you can see right here, yeah, it was 50 to 100, so these are like Bushmaster 1 values on the Scimitar. And then there's also a logistic truck. Not sure if it's going to be in the specialization. And last but not least, we have the Paladin that was sold to Austria, or like it has some ties with Austria. Maybe Austria made them. Sorry, no kangaroos in Austria, and but they eventually sold it to Latvia, I believe. So it's actually quite interesting how this is basically the Paladin, but I'm not sure if they actually do get it in the specialization. But it would be quite nice. You have both the Panzer Haubitze. You also have a paladin. Yeah, this is the follow-up on a couple units that I missed. I found it quite interesting. Back to the video. So anyways, to sum this all up, I think... Okay, yeah, this video isn't too long. Good. I think that this specialization, obviously we haven't seen all... Wait, hold up. Why is he still shooting?
Standing by.
Okay. I think the specialization is going to be a resemblance of having infantry from, like, similar or comparable to the armored brigade that the US has, like the mech riflemen, those guys. But they have a bit more versatility in that. By that I mean they have ATGMs and stuff instead of just rifles and AT4s. Not saying they don't have AT4s. Their APCs or like their IVs are also going to be a bit like strikers, but the spikes are actually quite scary because they can fire one after another, which can easily break through APS and force the smoke out. And also, I think that their tanks, the Leopard 288 is already solid enough that it's going to be the third specialization that the US gets, and probably the last one that gets a tank. But it does have APS, so that means that 3 US specializations are going to have tanks with APS, and Russia only has 2, even though, at least for now. They have 4, I think, 3 specializations with tanks, only 2 with APS, and yeah, I think we're going to be playing... We might be playing US meta for another 3 months, guys. I don't know, I'm just saying, but after that, I think they have shown one helicopter in the trailer that I actually don't recognize myself because I'm not that much of a military guy. But I think it's from, it's an old helicopter from the Soviet Union, and also the L-39 is also a jet from like a long time ago. So I'm pretty sure that it's a specialization that's still going to have some points in helicopters and aircraft, so I could expect it to be like 500 point helis, 500 point aircraft, and then for support tab it could be like 1000 or something, because it does have the Panzerhaubitze, it does have an ASAM, sorry I don't know how to pronounce that. So 1000, but maybe not as much as Striker. And then for the vehicle tab, maybe like, I don't know, another 1000 or maybe 750, because at the end of the day, this like, it only needs to have the Leopards, right? I don't remember them having anything else. But then for the infantry tab, I think it can be quite generous, like 1250, you know, like 1250, and then recon tab 1000 or something like that. Or maybe we cut the recon tab to 750, infantry tab 1250, vehicle tab 1000 or something like that. So it's going to be a deck that has the point distribution a lot like the mechanized, or at least I guess that it's going to be like be that way, like the mechanized specialization from Russia. Yeah, these are my guesses. Yeah, the specialization, I think it's going to be strong, just by the fact that its IVs have APS, but I'm also thrilled to discover that the what's it called again? The spikes on the IVs also shoot one after another, like not ripple fire, but they're like tow missile launchers. So yeah, I think this specialization is actually very promising. The fact that it's free also makes it good. We're also going to be getting a new map, even though I'm not sure if you'll want to play it. And last but not least, we're going to be answering the question if the devs are lazy, because most of the units you see here are actually from the campaign. And for me, like you might say, but Corrin, they spend like almost 9 months time, or maybe like 8 months, just making a DLC. What's their problem? And like, yeah, I mean, we're obviously not enthusiasts of the devs updating very slow, but at least it's something. And to be honest, I think they designed the campaign with the Baltic battalions in mind, and it's honestly a good thing, because these units, they're all from the Baltic states, no? Like they all have like the Leopards, like all these stuff are from there, and I think at least it's accurate, you know? Like, it's also not another specialization with just Bradleys that it's probably going to make it boring. So having some European equipment in the US is also going to make it at least a bit more versatile, and I do appreciate them for making something like that. But again, we're gonna have to wait 2 to 3 months for this, and yeah, well, for now, I'll probably just be a striker main. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I really do appreciate you watching or listening to me yap until this point, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.